Oh my god! It's a Gundam! It's a Titan! It's all over! Game over, man! My god, it finally happened! The Colossal Titan has appeared and kicked the wall to 24 ward! Hell has been unleashed! Okay, that didn't happen, but it's similar to it, only it's with All Guy. In this gripping chapter, not only All Guy is ready to raise some hell, but so has Furata against the rebellion force. I knew the last chapter was a red alert sign that hellfire was going to happen sooner or later. It's just that I wish I was wrong and somehow prevented that from happening. It's all going accordingly to Ishida and his build up for tragedy. How joyful. It can't go anywhere, and many of us, including me, believe that something major will happen to Toka and others while Kaneki is away. This chapter is everything we wish it didn't happen, and more. This chapter is a start of a new volume, so it's either going to start with more character developments or engage with action. I had a feeling the latter was going to be the case, though we still get some development. I have to admit, it sort of bothered me to read Uri's backstory, mainly because I'm under the notion of flashback equals death. I don't think he will die, but that's how much this entire build has caused me to feel pressured. Uri's backstory doesn't take long, but the real purpose is to tie in with the present time, and it was charming. He has found memories with his father, but thought that he didn't know the complete picture of what happened. It does make sense when you look back at his character, hence how selfish he was from the start. It's great that he has developed enough to mature and understand the real problem. I like how he didn't rashly go out there and attack Furata like a madman, though I would have done it. Rather, trying to find something to go against him. The Washu blood is far too great for him to handle alone, which goes to show you how a name can really dictate everything. Cleverly enough, Uri plans to leak the sources to outside so it can spread the bad name of Washu, which then corrupts Furata and his regime. As the name wasn't corrupted enough, that sounds like a slow build to the end of CCG. So that's a start. That should be interesting when the time has finally revealed. The part that I like is the conversation between Iwao and Uri. Remember, this is his rival's father, so he expected nothing to be said about him. Not to mention, Uri actually feels a bit out of place with this whole plan, let alone feeling like he is in command. It challenges his mind on how much he's involved and how much he has taken a stand for himself, rather than following along. The fact he has Iwao with him gives him an odd impression on why he's getting this amount of support. The best part is when Iwao explains his reason to help Uri. Uri thought he misunderstood him as a friend of Yoriko. It turns out Iwao was referring to Takeomi. It's the first time that Uri hears Takeomi's feelings about his rival and friend. He placed Uri in a high status of someone he can look after and highly respect him. Iwao also inputs his thought that Uri resembles to his father, and that enough is high praise for Uri. It's as if he is rewarded for ending his selfish act and helps a rival who he didn't think to be seen as a friend. It's a charming moment that warranted for Uri. The bone-chilling moment is when dealing with Furata as Uri and others demand for an investigation, which also prevents Yoriko's execution. I believe my heartbeat begins to rise when the imagery of Furata is shaded dark, indicating that it's about to get bad really fast. Kaneki is off to his mission, but the scene was short-lasted because it was there to give you an idea that he's no longer at 24 ward. That will come into play for a darker reason. We do get a nice action scene with impacting detail. Fuka and his men got wiped out badly by Cole. It got us starting with kill count, and it will only grow. It does serve on how strong Cole really is, especially when later on it only creates the tension even higher. Cole has a short story to tell about his life with his family. It's a bit disturbing on how he uses that story to pull an attack that reflects his family. His parents were dentists, and it sounds like he was living a happy life, but of course, ghouls killed him off. Sad that Cole became this psychotic now. After the story, he shoved his Kagane right through Fuka's teeth, and off he goes. Yeah, if you thought dentist is bad, I had to rethink that twice now. That's a brutal way to die. That is, if he is really dead. I mean, look, he is a named character, but hey, if you recall every stories you read that has so many deaths, they couldn't die normal as he did. And if he is dead, there goes Kaneki's loyal servant. Huh. Is Fuka a cursed name, by the way? The visual is solid and enticing since it focuses more on tension and impactful strikes. When Cole takes action, it has that horror film feel to it, and when the guy got strangled to death, that's when the killing spree begins. It has a clear focus, so you don't find it hard to follow. It uses those large panels for impact feeling, including that shoving Kagane part. The cliffhanger leaves a very worrisome impression. Even though it means intense action is here, which should be pleasing everyone, the magnitude of the situation is troubling. I'm under the impression that Ishida is toying with people's emotion by having Toka to be the first one to encounter Ogai. Not just one, not just two, not three, but crap load of them. I don't know if it was the kid or the old guy that said Toka, but if the latter, just how much they know about everyone at this rate. The worst case scenario is that Busuki is behind them. Oh shit. God, please ignore what I just said. To make matter even worse, the bone-chilling feeling from Furuta leads him to decide on what to do next. Kill Uri and Iwao. How thoughtful. But what's crazy is that he's letting Roma and Shukurai to handle them. They're not even CCG. So I guess once a clown, always a clown. Hell, Roma was really freed from Go. How did that even happen? Shikurai is back once more, and remembering him, he poses a serious threat if he's more trained. I wonder if he's part of clowns now. The chapter titles is a strong indication that Uri, Iwao, and Toka are the three victims that are going to be the focus of this crisis. Huh, that's clever, Kishida. Well played. Damn it. While I don't think Uri will die, Iwao is pretty alarming, and that's going to suck. As for Toka, it's up for grab. I don't believe she will die, but something major will happen to her. This chapter is the start of a serious tense event after a long build-up. It may last a volume since it's just only the beginning. I don't know their fate, but no doubt the status quo is not Ishida's agenda. Time to start praying, everyone. It's going to get nasty from this point forward. I'm giving this chapter an 8. I'm hoping the Q squad will show up and back up Uri, because the worst thing I could see it happen is that even if he will survive, I think he will be the only guy to be banished, and hopefully the Q squad follows suit. Unless they would take their time to do that, anything could happen. Now, this is the new volume, and looking back at the last 3 volumes, it's nothing but Q Squad. So something related to them is going to be heavily focused in this volume, or more like a revealing point. And a lot of people are suggesting it could be Shirazu, his revival. I don't think that's a far-fetched idea at all. It's highly possible. It's only time will tell. We got 9 chapters left to go, so it's only a matter of time to surprise us with a huge bang. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Who do you think will survive? Who do you think will die? Or who do you think somebody will have the most life-changing crisis in their hand? I think Toka, Uri will survive. I just think that Toka will be the one to suffer the most without having to die. I think Iwao might die, and that's going to suffer Takeomi, though that only gives him more the reason to hate CCG and Furuta, so here's hoping for that. Now, it will be messed up if they continue the killing trend by killing his father, then killing his wife. I don't even know how he would stay sane, so let's hope that's not going that direction. Please, Ishida. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.